And good morning. As we track the severe weather, as we do have now a tornado warning that has been issued for Newton County. Let's take a western turn from Lauderdale County, go to Meridian. Honda radar, as we pull this up, this tornado warning was issued just a few moments ago, and this will run until 8:30 this morning. This affects Jasper County, Newton County, Smith County, and also Scott County. This is that same storm that we've been watching that moved out of Star, Mississippi earlier. As it makes its way, and it will head toward the Neshoba County area here in a little bit. This should be around Forest at 7:45 in the next 5 minutes. Conahatta by 8:10. Should reach Prospect and Decatur around 8:15 this morning, and then finally making it to Little Rock by 8:30. Do we expect more to come out of the storm? It's a very good chance that it will. As we watch this, we've got two cells that we're following along with this. As you'll see here, this is going to go. Let's zoom in on this where you can see where the lines of this are. As we look at this, this is going to cut right across here from Smith County and go over to about to where the Veterans Cemetery is. It will go northeasterly across the county, just barely missing the Duffy Volunteer Fire Department. It'll be less than a mile west of there. It will go across at Union. Union, you are under this tornado warning. It will go all the way back and cross over right across the county line into Scott County here and come down through Forest, these areas here. Now, this is the storm system that we're watching right here that has caused this tornado warning to be issued. Newton, you'll have this roughly in 20 minutes from now. Half an hour. Hickory and Decatur, you'll have it also at 30 minutes. It will arrive at Decatur and Hickory roughly about the same time. We want you to use extreme caution. Schools have been closed in the area, so we don't have to worry about school buses rolling through that area right now. A very serious storm as it makes its way across there. Now, as we look Forest, if you've got to go to Jackson at any time today, now is not the time to go. Hold off on your trip. Wait it out. Don't go right now. Let's back out and take a look at all that we have occurring right now. We have two cells that are watching there. Kemper County, just shy, it's coming up on about where the horse arena is, right there where the football stadium is. Back west all the way to Philadelphia, out 16 toward Carthage is where the severe weather is on the western side of Kemper County all the way across. And as I mentioned earlier this morning, you just about need a boat to make it through there. All right, I'm getting a note there from Lori Moore that Sebastopol still having school today. Y'all be careful there if those school buses in the Sebastopol area. Neshoba County, to my knowledge, still in as well. We've got these areas around Lauderdale and Kemper, and most of these places are closed for the day. Now, we'll be watching this very carefully. Throughout the day, and with officials, as always, if you encounter any bad weather, please let us know. Post that on the page so we can get that up where others can understand where it is in relation to where they are. Smith County, yes, Smith County is right in here as we look at this as it comes across here. All of this making its way toward the Newton area. Let's look at this. This is our second leg of this. 27 minutes. This will reach Hickory and Decatur, and then this other one will reach Newton downtown area. If you look at this stream, it's headed right toward the city as we come across and follow this storm. We have a second storm that is over the Raleigh area that is behind the tornado warning that will eventually make its way toward Newton County as well. It's going to come almost the exact same path if you'll look at that as it makes its way right across there. And it will eventually get to the Tanglewood area within a half an hour and in the Roberts area as well. But following very closely the same path. And again, this is way in front of it, but headed toward the Newton area. If you're in Newton, you need to take cover now. As we've mentioned many times, if you live in a mobile home, have a plan. Don't stay in a mobile home if you're in the Newton area, Smith County, northwestern Jasper County. These areas right on here. This is to the west of Highway 15 is where this is. Taking in the city of Forest. Still a tornado warning for there until 7:45. That will expire in about a minute is what's left on that. Now, this is going to go until 8:30. Can this push into Neshoba County? Absolutely. We're going to watch it. Our friends over on the eastern side, Livingston, Alabama, you're getting drenched right now with all of this. Now, Donna Krill is telling us that Lake School still having school today. be careful in these areas there that do have these buses in those areas. I had assumed that they were pretty much just like this of what we were doing here. Let's see. All right. All right. We're going to, I just got a note. We're going to have Fox 30 join us. And let's give them just a second to join us as television joins us now at Fox 30. And good morning. If you're just tuning in, we're coming on a little early this morning. Candace will be in a few moments as we track these storms as they come across. We do have, if you're just watching now, joining us, there's a lot of folks on YouTube and Facebook that's been with us this morning. We have a tornado warning, as you're seeing on your screen there, for Newton County. This is a very powerful storm. We want anybody that is watching in the Newton area to seek shelter now. Don't wait. If you live in northwestern Jasper County, now is the time to seek shelter. Also, anywhere around Forest as we look at this. Now, let's update this to make absolutely sure that the radars, as we look at this, are updated. We had a separate tornado warning that was over Forest that has been canceled. This eastern edge of this now, what has been coming from the Raleigh area, has pushed this, and this storm line is making its way to Newton County. So be careful if you're there, especially you still got time now. If you live on this western, just coming into Newton County, you've got time to seek shelter. Get to it now. Often these storms will spawn. They create a tornado, and there's not much time. A little bit there. Now, if you're anywhere, let's zoom in on these streets and take a look at this. This is Silverina. If you go north of there, up Highway 501, about halfway through there as you get ready to cross, as we zoom in on this, and you get ready to cross over 501, right over Smith County Road, right there. That's about where the conditions are extremely bad. That's where the tornado warning is, right through this area there. It cuts across. Here's Montrose, for all of you that live there in Jasper County. It's just barely going to catch this corner here. And I'm going to put these on so I can see this a little bit better on these roads as they try to use small print. County Road 23, as we look at Jasper County. County Road 24, where they intersect there, 506, how it turns over to 24. Be careful. You are in the watch box area. And as we move into, let's look at Newton County. Here's Highway 15. You're going to go a few miles, and let's turn this on so you'll know just how far. Let's go here and start at the county line. And let's go due north. That is roughly 3 miles into Newton County, right there at the county line. If you go up Highway 15, is where the tornado warning begins. It's not very far, is it? And then you're definitely into that tornado warning there. All right, let's, as we look at that, all right, let me clear that out as well. Distance tool, that's off. As we go up, now this is going to include, as you move this, let's turn on locations and look around Newton of what we got. This includes the area. Here's Myers Processing that's there downtown, just south of the interstate. Also Newton School, right there, Newton High is included in this. All of this area back over here on the west side of Lawrence, this is going to go up. Let's look at this. Picture where you live. Here's the Red Goat. If you live in between there and about where the Veterans Cemetery, that is barely out of the tornado warning, is right at the Veterans Cemetery. It cuts right across there, and then we'll cross Highway 503. This will travel northeasterly across the county. Now, here's Turkey Creek, Decatur, where the high school is there, Newton County High. That is included in the tornado warning. This will go straight up here, this northeast corner. Right here sits Little Rock Post Office, just to the east of you. Now, Duffy, the volunteer fire department, is not in that, but that's less than a mile down the road from the Duffy Volunteer Fire Department. So if you could picture that, if you're sitting there at the volunteer fire department, 1 mile from there is where this tornado warning is going to be. Now, if you come out of Lauderdale County and you cross, it's just a tad. Here's Highway 491. As we look at that, right before you get to 491, part of Highway 19 is included in that tornado warning. And as you get up House, Mississippi, not included in that yet. This cuts across right here at the four-way. If you're sitting in Union, Mississippi, you can see the Dollar General, you can see the gas station, you see the airplane where the ball field is. I don't know what that was about. As we look at that, there's a little power blink there for just a second. We do have battery backup. We do have generators to switch to should this turn bad and kill power. We certainly hope it does not. As we look at this, as we go back to take a little bit more look at this. This is radar confirmed. This is not a spotter on the ground. The radar is telling us that this is a tornado warning. If you're wondering how and what this is, we hadn't had any spotters report any information on that. And speaking of, let me look here and see what we've got. We've got a major issue. Let me see here what we can do. All right. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, I may have to. See if I can get that to switch, and that is not.